Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a wonderful guest in studio today. It's Julie Jancius, and she's from Angels and Awakening podcast.
Yes.
But it's really, you're so much more than the podcast. So tell me a little bit about what you do and how you got started.
Doing a lot of different things.
You sure are.
Yeah. So I am an angel messenger, and I also have the gift of bringing through loved ones on the other side that are in heaven. So sort of like a psychic medium,
okay.
But I call myself an angel messenger. And I got started with this because I was in my career, been working in my career for over 15 years, and my dad ended up passing away. He was on his third wife at the time, and I know it sounds hard, but if it had happened any other way, I wouldn't have known that I had this.
Right.
So he was on his third wife. She didn't call to let anybody know, and I started hearing from him. It was a whole month before we found out, but every day when I was brushing my daughter's hair during this month, I kept hearing, she needs a hairbrush like I used. She needs a hairbrush like I used. And I knew it wasn't me. So I thought, I'm going crazy. I am going crazy. But I was at work one day, got the call, found out that he had passed, and immediately knew it was him, because this entire time, my whole life, I've used a big old paddle brush on my hair, my daughter's hair, and he used an old school wooden hairbrush with boar's lake bristles, and I knew he was trying to communicate with me. So I studied with different spiritual teachers to figure out how I was hearing from him, and decided to use this gift to help other people in their lives.
Wow, that's like, wow. That's
I
know. So let's explore that a little bit. When angel messenger, what does that mean? How does that work?
Yeah.
How does it differ a little bit from a psychic?
Sure. So my gift, when you have a spiritual gift, everybody's is a little bit different. My gift is when I am connecting with your energy, I see all of your spirit team on the other side. So what they tell me is that we don't come here alone. Everybody has a spirit team with angels, guides, and loved ones who are there on the other side to help guide us, direct us, and protect us. So when I get into somebody's energy, I'm not just connecting with their loved ones on the other side. That always comes through in every session, but it's also their angels as well. And they come through with messages really pertaining to your emotional healing. So the emotions that you're carrying can block your chakras, they can be in your auric field, and they can make you feel heavy. They can make you feel stressed, overwhelmed, anxiety. And when you clear all of that out, you feel lighter, you feel more like yourself.
And is that the Reiki teaching of the chakra? Is that what you're using to help kind of understand this gift you have and the messages?
Yes, so I heard the messages first, but then I went through the Reiki training to be able to really develop my gift further. And what I ended up doing was combining both pretty much mediumship and Reiki energy healing. So when you come in for a session, what I do is you lay fully clothed on a massage table. And I'm going through your chakras and your aura field at the same time as I'm really speaking the entire time. So you're getting the Reiki energy healing, you're getting the messages all in 1 hour. And a lot of people say that when they leave, they feel like they just had gotten a massage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me a little bit about, you had mentioned when we were talking before about human being. We are human beings.
Yes.
But to you, that's like two different stages or parts or beings.
Yeah, so a lot of people, like, we hear the word consciousness a lot, right? And I've heard there's a really good show on Netflix, but on Netflix they just said consciousness is the soul. And what Spirit tells me is that that's just one half of it. So think of it like this. Everything is energy, and all energy vibrates. We know that scientifically, right? Now, Spirit says, think of it in terms of what you are. Right now, you're a human being. The humanness is your body. The beingness is your soul. Now, there's two components really to each. So if everything is energy and all energy vibrates, it would make sense then that your body has one set of vibrations to it, and the soul has a completely different set of vibrations to it. You can think of it really as the difference between love, joy, peace, bliss, ease, and grace on the other side versus fear, sadness, depression, anxiety, stress here. We can learn learn how to optimize the vibrations of the body, but we're not talking about that today. We're really talking about the soul.
Right.
So you have a vibration to both body and soul, and then you also have thought to both. So you have the egoic mind, and the energy for that is all up here. It's the 30,000 thoughts that you have going through every day. But you also have another thought system, because why do people say, listen to your heart, listen to your gut? It's because you have that secondary thought system. If not, people would just say, go think for a while. The heart and the gut are really the energy of, well, you can feel it in here. It's the energy of your intuition. Your intuition is the thought system of your soul on the other side. So through this work, it's much more than even just bringing through your messages for your loved ones. It's teaching you how to live from the vibration of your soul. It's teaching you also how to turn down the volume on your egoic mind and really listen from the conscious thought system of your soul.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Good thing
it is.
Good thing you're here to help us guide through all of that.
Yeah, and that's what we have the podcast for.
Great. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that podcast, because you have a podcast. It's
Yes.
doing really well, too.
It is. It's free. It's been up for a month, and we're already getting over 1,000 listens per week. On there, we do 3 things every week. We talk to an expert in consciousness and the soul and spirituality. We interview authors. We also do a new meditation every week. So we're putting up new meditations for people to try. And then we also bring through stories about how people's loved ones are coming through. We call them angel stories. And they're really all positive, peaceful, blissful, and really heartwarming.
That's wonderful. Now, if somebody wants to get in contact with you as an angel messenger,
Yeah.
what do they need to do, and how does that work?
Sure, yeah. If somebody wanted to book a session, they could go on my website, which is www.jancius.com. And I know you guys will put up the spelling of that. Or they can give me a call, and I can help them book that.
So you have a workshop coming up.
I do. I have a workshop coming up on April 13th and 14th. That's a Saturday and Sunday. And in that one weekend, you can go through and earn your Reiki Master Teacher certification. And you can also go through my Angel School, which teaches you how to connect with your angels, how to bring through your messages for yourself or for people around you. So when you go through this workshop, you get 2 certifications for the price of one. And awesome. You can do it all in one weekend, but I also offer it 4 times a year, because some people like to do a part here, a part in the summer, a part in the fall, and that makes it easier for them. Right,
because it might be a lot to take in all in 2 days. That's an intensive weekend.
It is.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit, can you ever turn off the angel messenger, or is it with you all the time?
It's with you all the time. There are times where it's with you a little bit less. Maybe you're in mom mode doing other things. But if I'm out in the community, if I'm out running around, and there are messages that want to come through, then they come through. It's happened at Portillo's, at Subway, at TJ Maxx, wherever I am. And I try and not bombard people right there. So if it ever happens to you in the community, what I tend to do is give you a 30-minute gift certificate to just come in at a later time, because sometimes people are working and you don't want to, like you earlier. And
right. You don't want to get all messy.
Yes, they don't want to have people start crying, because a lot of times those tears are part of the emotional release that is happening through this process.
Wow, well, thank you so much for stopping by, sharing with me what you do and your gift. It's so nice of you to share your gift with the greater community through your podcast.
Thank you.
And individual sessions. That's wonderful, Julie. It was so nice to have you come and talk about what you do.
Oh, thank you so much. I love helping people, so this is wonderful. And can I just say, for anybody who wants to check out the podcast, it's on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere that they play podcasts. And it's absolutely free.
That's awesome. That's probably the best way to check you out and then sign up and get a little bit of an individual session and find out for yourselves.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. We're going to be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.